Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Cup Conversations. It's not just me today. I get to record this with my sister and friend, Amy Nielsen.
I'm so happy. Sometimes I get to watch these Coffee Cup Conversations. I love it. And today I get to be with you. It's like a dream come true.
It sure is.
And I have my coffee here too.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about... So when I was coming to visit Amy, I thought, it would be really fun to do Coffee Cup Conversations with her. And so I brought a mug with me that she gave me. It's a sister's mug. And I love this mug. On the back, it says, when I need someone to talk to, I know just who to call. When I need love and support, you're always there. Thank you. And so that's been our adult sisterhood and friendship, really. Yes. I have memories. My first memory is my siblings are there, and I was loved and wanted in my family because I'm the youngest in our family.
Absolutely.
So it's been fun to just be loved so well through my life, and I know that God used that and uses it to really bring a whole heart within me.
Absolutely. Beth, you have always brought joy to my life and to our whole family. And I'm so excited because I had already poured this cup that says be still and know, Psalm 46:10, that our other sister Shauna gave us for Christmas last year. She gave us both one, not knowing that 2020 would be a year of really being still and knowing God in a new way.
Right.
So Shauna, even though she's not here with us today, we're thinking of her, and that's a neat reminder of this sisterhood that we do have. The three of us is very, very special.
Absolutely. And we were thinking of some ways that, sisters, what I liked about this mug too is, they look very similar, almost the same. And sometimes with sisters, it is like that. Like we have a lot of similarities. We laugh at similar things, or I know one memory that I have around this time of year is I start hearing Christmas music. And Melikalikimaka, it's the Hawaiian way to say Merry Christmas. And Amy and I, when we were little, we would sing that and be silly about it.
Because it was funny.
Yeah, it was fun.
To us.
Exactly. So that's always a fun connection with Amy. It just lots of different things, but we're also different. And so I would we were talking about our favorite colors.
Yeah, mine is red. I love red.
And I love orange.
Yeah.
And part of that is, I think, how we're naturally colored. She has dark hair, I have lighter hair.
Yeah.
And so some of that, we're just drawn to different things because we're different people, but we do come from the same mom and dad and the same DNA pool, but you end up with a lot of variety. And yet there's similarities.
It's such a cool thing to have a sister because Beth lived in Colorado for so long. I lived in Africa. And sometimes people would meet us and not know that we were sisters. And, they would maybe come to Africa on a missions trip and they'd be like, you remind me so much of Beth Wharton from Colorado. And I was like, oh, well, that's my sister. And I do think we have a similar sense of humor. We laugh at the same things. Sometimes I'll be laughing and I'm like, oh, I have to tell Beth. She would get such a chuckle out of this. We have a similar love language. And we enjoy making things beautiful, hospitality, caring for people. And we've had a lot of the same experiences growing up.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely shaped us. Of course, our mother and father, our family have invested so much in us.
Yeah.
So we have that in common.
Right.
I love that.
So I was thinking how to bring this into an encouragement for each one of you this week. And so I was thinking about life and how it is. And so I'm going to start with the verses, Hebrews 12, 1-3, and Amy is kind enough to read them for us.
Okay. So Hebrews 12, 1-3, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart.
So today I was just thinking about life and this year that we've been on, and it really has been like running a race. And sometimes when we're running races, you know, we're all in this together. But when you're running a race, you're in a specific lane. And I find that sometimes, at least in my life, I start looking around at the people that are running next to me and kind of comparing myself. And then it really affects my run, you know. And so sometimes their form or the sneakers that they have on, I'm being figuratively here, but think about life and the way you're parenting or the way you're juggling cooking and working and, you know, all of these new guidelines that we're having to live by and wearing your mask and stuff. It's so easy to start looking at what others do. And sometimes that's helpful. It can be inspiring and we can make some changes to help us get a better pace going. But then if we're not careful, we can start getting tangled up in the sin that's there, like comparing and envy and like self-hatred, really, like, I just can't do this. I stink. I'm a bad mom, or I just, you know, and get discouraged. And we're like, but they do it so well. And so here we are trying to make it through the day or make it through our week. And we start looking at everybody else, and then we start tripping in our lane and not really enjoying the race that God wants to use to mold us and shape us.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Instead, we're like, Jesus is there, and it's like almost like he's in the middle. We're all running towards him. It's not a race like I'm competing against you and we're running, because so often the people you're the closest to, you love them so much, but because you are so close to them, they see you in your good moments, they see you in your weak moments.
Right.
And it's so important to be okay with that. And then sometimes you're like, no, this is not my best shining moment. But we're in this together.
That's right.
We cheer each other on.
That's right. So here was a quick thought that I wanted to share. This little reading that I came across. It says, basically, life is hard. So marriage is hard. Divorce is hard. Choose your hard. Obesity is hard. Being fit is hard. Choose your hard. Being in debt is hard. Being financially disciplined is hard. Choose your hard. Communication is hard. Not communicating is hard. Choose your hard. So the bottom line is this: life will never be easy. It will always be hard, but we can choose our hard. And when we have a relationship with Jesus, and we know that he is the perfecter of our faith, and he helps us learn to run this race with better endurance and perseverance. We need to fix our eyes on him because life is hard, but we're not alone in the race. And so we can encourage one another. We can cheer each other on. However, just be careful to not start tripping up by looking around. Just keep your eyes fixed on Jesus this week. He will be the perfecter and the helper of our faith. So you're doing a good job. We love you, and we're praying for you this week. Today is the last day of November already, so I pray that this Advent season will be a special one. It's going to be different, but it can be special. So keep your eyes on Jesus, and he'll guide you on how to make this month a special month of celebrating him. Love you guys.
Thanks for letting me be with you today. It was cool.
It was fun.